Hopefully this is recording. I hope this is recording. It is my birthday today. I just want to get paid to walk around town. What a freaking concept. Just get paid to walk around. Passive income. Anyway, I'm going to get my 10,000 steps in today. Did I mention it's my birthday? Just got back from vacation. And I just want to get a good walk in and totally clear my mind. Get back to work tomorrow. Anyway, walking by the high school. Going on my normal route. I guess it can be kind of boring, but I'm kind of addicted to the same route. I know how many thousands of steps it is for each circle that I do. I got my small circle, I got my big circle. One's 4,000 steps, one's 7,500. I don't know. I just like walking. I don't mind talking. So why the hell can't I get paid to walk and talk? I don't know. Why not? So it's pretty nice today, it's just muggy. Today's June 28th. June 28th. As I mentioned a few times, my birthday. June 28th, 1971. My birthday and Elon Musk's birthday. That's your fun fact for the day. Me and Elon Musk were born on the same day. I don't know what I think about Elon. It's like I love him sometimes. And I like him. I never hate him. I think he's doing good stuff. Yes, you know, he's so friggin' rich. It annoys me sometimes. But I guess it is what it is. He seems alright. Yep. Pickleballers. Playing pickleball on the tennis court. Isn't that illegal or something? I don't know. Is pickleball annoying? Maybe. The sound certainly is annoying. And the fact that everybody loves it so much, it kind of bothers me too. I'm really bothered by everything this morning. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Nice out, I'm walking, clearing my mind, and I'm getting aggravated. All right, let's change it. Let's change the topic here. No more me getting aggravated. Just enjoy this walk. Just got back, first family vacation. It was really fun, had a great time. And you're so used to doing things, you get home, whole family comes home from the vacation, you're home for like an hour, everyone's like, I'm bored. I was kind of bored too, but it is what it is. Oh, quiet here on the high school campus. Beautiful, but yeah, it's quiet. For a Sunday morning, usually a lot more walkers, but I think the humidity's keeping everybody out. I'm going to talk about a lot of random things on these videos, but I just want you to walk with me. I get bored walking. I'm like, what do I do for 2 hours of walking a day, sometimes 2.5, 10,000 steps, 15,000, sometimes I do 20,000. You know what, I want something to do while I'm walking. I can't sing, so I don't know, maybe I'll just talk and figure out a way. Like I've said, figure out a way to walk and talk and get paid to do it. I don't know. Why not? Something to do for now. Unfortunately, every time I come down this road, I just see giant houses or smaller houses getting demolished and bigger ones being built. feel like everybody's rich. I mean, I know it's obviously not the case. Statistics will bear that out, but geez Louise. I guess we're just we pretty much are the poorest people in this town. We have the littlest house, basically in the entire town. So, yeah, compared to me and my family, everybody here is rich, but it's all right. Money isn't everything. Yeah, sure. Not you kidding. It is not. Of course it's not. But it helps. What's my famous saying from my mother-in-law? How does it go? You're going to have problems anyway. You may as well have money. It's not the worst thing. It's not the worst saying in the world. But yeah, my goal is 10,000 steps a day. Actually, weekends I try to do 20,000. But yeah, something to do. Not into going to the gym. I don't think I can afford a gym, to be honest. I've been listening to all these Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger videos telling you, you get on these kicks, you listen to videos, and of course it's the greatest thing in the world and your life has changed, and then 20 minutes later you forgot what you listened to, or actually you remember and you're like, I ain't doing that. But anyway, they did get me to make some smart financial moves in terms of, canceling things you don't use. I actually did cancel the gym, so it saves me $40 a month. So basically I should be like a billionaire in 30 years because of compounding. That's the way I'm figuring it, but I might be getting a little ahead of myself with the billionaire talk. But yeah, so I use this time. A lot of times I'm listening to financial podcasts, trying to make sense of my financial mess. It's actually not much of a mess anymore. It's kind of in line now. Took some good steps to be smart. And it actually feels pretty good. I already gave away my age, so I'm 55, so I know a lot of people can appreciate this position in life. Retirement's not that far away, but it's still kind of out there. But you gotta start. Yeah, I know. I should have started 25 years ago, but I just didn't. It is what it is. But it's never too late. That's the point. So just to get your financial affairs in order. And I don't mean, go buy life insurance and go crazy. Just kind of get some stuff in the stock market, low-cost index funds. Just have things that are at least making money for you. Again, we're not talking about millions of dollars here, of course, but, I got kind of tired of looking at my regular bank account, the interest statement. I got 3 cents interest for 1 month. Maybe it's probably less. You got to get your money in the market, but not in any specific stocks. Just get it in the market. Get it in a broad index fund. Get it in some kind of interest-bearing account making 4%, 5%. Whatever. You got 100 grand, which I don't. If you have 100 grand, that's $4 grand a year you're making. If it sits in your bank account, you make 20 cents. That's my simple understanding anyway, and it's actually more simple than people think. Everybody tries to overcomplicate investing. That's kind of the whole point. The people that want to keep it complicated are the ones that are making millions and millions of dollars off of the fees that they charge us and the interest that they charge us. So, of course, they want you to think that they're the only people that can do it. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that I was financially illiterate, never had a 401k, never had any investments, and my wife would always say, hey, what do we do with retirement? I'm like, I don't know, we'll figure it out when we get there. But I got rid of that mindset. Started doing some homework while I was walking. I would always just listen to Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, and just the most basic of financial advice and decisions. No get-rich-quick schemes, no hot stocks, no stupidity. Just get your money working, get it in an index fund, have the money automatically taken out every month. Man, why the hell am I talking about finances so much? Yeah, like I said before, that's a hot topic right now. I just got addicted. My wife thinks I'm crazy. Every time I walk, 2 hours of just listening to Buffett and Munger. But it's all really good advice. It takes a while to sink in sometimes. But anyway, here's the good news. So yeah, I was getting aggravated 10 minutes ago. See, now you feel the attitude changing a little bit? I'm talking about something exciting. So our financial affairs are actually in order. There's not a lot of zeros behind them, but at least they're in places where they should be. They're going to grow. And, everyone hears that story about compounding. It's all about compounding. So, I don't know. I'm only 55, like I said, so I got some time to let it compound. So that's what we're doing. But anyway, it feels good to have it all in order. Good morning. How are you? Good. It feels good to have it all, at least in order. I honestly, this is no joke. This will be our serious moment of the day. That's what we're gonna do, a serious moment of the day. It feels good to have your finances at least in order. Are they ever gonna be the amount that I want them? Probably not. I shouldn't say that. Maybe they will be. But anyway, just at least if they're in order and you have money in the right places, it feels good. I've been sleeping, I'll call it better. Not great. I woke up to pee like 4 times last night. But I guess, the 6 rum and Diet Cokes I had before I went to bed couldn't have helped. But that's maybe another story for another walk. But yeah, just want you to walk with me. I just like talking about random stuff. Whatever comes into my mind. Again, we went from, I've been recording for 11 minutes, 12 minutes. And what have we talked about already? Elon Musk. We talked about finance, Buffett, Munger, nighttime urination, family finances, being aggravated and annoyed, coming back from vacation, and an hour later everyone's bored in the house. And this is how these walks are gonna go. But hopefully at some point we'll get a good audience. We can do some live stuff, have some guests walking with me, maybe virtually. But yeah, you know what? If they're virtually walking with me, we'll get them on a treadmill while they walk. So at least we're just walking together, getting our steps in together, and kind of, keeping each other company. I don't know. There'll be lulls, there'll be boredom, but I like to talk and I like to walk. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll let my kids sort out all the social media stuff. Yeah, well, what's going on with that? I told them I just want to start a YouTube channel. And this is not a YouTube, don't take this the wrong way. But this younger generation, and when I say younger, I mean late teens, early 20s. I don't know, they were giving me the news of, Dad, you don't go on YouTube. Or you do eventually, but you can't get any people to watch your stuff if you just start a YouTube channel. I don't know. I'm in friggin' IT. I get this stuff. But maybe I just don't get the whole social media thing. I know I'm not going to be putting articles in a newspaper. I'm not that antiquated, but I do understand that social media has taken on a life of its own. But anyway, I know YouTube is still incredibly popular, but I did not know it's like TikTok, or maybe they said Instagram, I don't know. But it all seems to start with TikToks. And I believe TikToks are these little short videos of 45 seconds. So, I don't know, they told me I can film all I want, film my hour-and-a-half walks, which I'm doing right now, and they'll take care of the slicing them up and putting them on TikTok, because I have to go to TikTok. You got to go to TikTok. You're not going to do anything without TikTok. Whatever, I'll leave it to them. As long as I can just walk and talk, I don't care. If I can just have a hat and sunglasses on, walk and talk, and have just a little passive income to I don't know, pay for my daughter's college, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, whatever. as I walk past all these houses, which I just cannot believe the prices of homes. I'm up here in northern New Jersey, and I'll just remind you again, you never know where these discussions are going. I am basically letting my brain just wander. So now we're back on houses, because every house I pass is 2 million plus. This is probably 2.5. I'm not going to show them. I don't know. I feel like I'll get like sued if I show someone's address in our wonderfully litigious society. But anyway, like every house in this neighborhood is 2 million, 3 million plus. We just rent, is what it is. It's all worked out well. Family's doing fine, so we'll continue to rent for a while and see if things change. But renting's okay. Buffett and Munger have no issue with renting. They're not exactly like pro, get a house and house is an investment. They kind of go the opposite way almost, but I don't know. So anyway, we're renting. We rent a house, or at least we're living in a house. But yeah, every time I go on these walks, I'm like a tourist looking at all these giant homes. You always wonder, like, what do they? My wife will always say, what do they do for a living? They must be in finance. They must be in investing. I don't know what the hell they're in, but they got big houses. But some of them might have big mortgages. Who the heck knows? I hope they don't, but it's always an interesting discussion when you look at a house. Try to wonder who's living in it. You'd love to take a look at their balance sheet. Are they like making it month to month? Or are they like genuinely wealthy? There's a difference between living and having all these big things, but being actually wealthy. Living month to month with the big houses and big toys is not wealth. That's just all for show. Trying to keep up with the Joneses used to be the expression. And that can cause its own issues, of course. And that's back to that sleeping at night thing. Now that my finances are in order, cut out some unnecessary stuff, downsized my type of car. That's another thing. I actually traded in my truck, which I still owed money on because I didn't want the car payment, and I actually downgraded. So I handed in my truck. Again, it's pretty easy. Go round numbers, $35,000 truck. I still owed 10 grand on it. Got them to, obviously the car dealer pay off the 10 that I owed. They take over the truck. They gave me, actually it was 11 I owed. I'm going round numbers here, whatever. Then they gave me back so I walked away from the dealership. I handed them my truck. I drove away with a little Nissan that all I need to do is go back and forth to work with. And so they handed me the keys to a Nissan and another check for $10,000 because I got such a cheaper, older car with like 70,000 miles on it. So you know what? I didn't need the truck. I just go back and forth to work. And I ended up with a little Nissan with 70,000 miles and a $10,000 check in my hand and a no car payment. So I took that $10,000, opened up a Roth IRA for my wife. Again, I don't want to get back into the whole finance thing, but it's just part of the trying to get the house in order. I'm not going to live like a monk, but get things in order. So anyway, I got my little Nissan. I miss my truck a little bit, but it feels good to get rid of any unnecessary spending or unnecessary monthly bill. It's all about sleeping better at night. Especially you folks my age know. But it's all good. As I talk about my little Nissan, I'm looking at a $2.7 million home. I'm no home expert, but I pay attention on Zillow and all that stuff. Shout out to Zillow. Actually, I got a problem with Zillow, to be honest. Man, where's my brain going? So Zillow, I wrote to their corporate office that, you got Jake from State Farm, that guy in all the commercials, Jake from State Farm. He's doing good. Or you got the other guy for, I should know. They might sue me. Is it Allstate? Mayhem? You got Protected from Mayhem Like Me. That might be Allstate. Then you got We Are Farmers, the guy with the bald head. But anyway, I'm just digressing. Jake from State Farm started me thinking, Zillow doesn't have a person. Zillow has no person that does this. So I have a daughter named Willow. Willow from Zillow. I mean, are we serious? That's not a home run. I actually wrote a couple emails to the corporate office. I kept getting automated responses. We'll forward this to our marketing department and blah, blah, blah. They never responded. And I know Zillow is still a thing. I don't know if they're exactly thriving still. But I don't know. I think if they had a spokesperson that was able to say, I'm Willow from Zillow, maybe their sales might go up. But of course, I'm saying that with they could be in the most successful stretch in the history of their company, but I don't think they are. I think they need Willow from Zillow. So anyway, Zillow execs, don't sue me. I'm not bad mouthing you. Just should have taken me up on my offer. Seeing a lot of deer out here. It's like deer everywhere. Nice cars too. I was about to do my video again. My kids are like, Dad, you just got to start filming. Just start making content. It'll all work out. And you know what? I agree. I was like, wait, what hat and sunglasses combo should I wear? What? Nah. You know what? I just said all I want to do is walk and talk. So whatever I have on, that's what I'm going with. I mean, geez, I got black sneakers with white socks. But I do have sweats on, so I'm not doing the black sneakers, white socks, and shorts thing. I'm not that bad yet. But there's something about black shoes with white socks. It's very weird. But I'm not weird. Man, this house is beautiful. In any lulls in the conversation, trust me, I'm not like thinking of things to say. I don't have a list of content, as you probably could tell. We're just walking together, and this is just where my brain goes. Sometimes my brain just runs and runs and runs. And I know they have all these labels now for all this stuff. I think it would be ADHD if your brain just doesn't shut off. That's definitely me, but when I grew up, I don't think there was ADHD. Or anyway, they don't, all these labels all the kids have. Sometimes people were just strange. Or sometimes people just didn't pay attention. And I would never minimize the struggles that kids have. But yeah, they got all these labels for everything, it seems like. Obviously, I'm ADHD. I think we've already talked about 30 different topics in 23 minutes. And my brain will not stop, trust me. Just keeps on going. But we're getting our steps in. We're being healthy. It's the weekend, so I told you I like to do 20,000 on the weekends, 10,000 during the week. The 20,000 steps usually, in general, I'll take a look at it when I get home, but I want to say just in general, it's approaching 3 hours of walking. Sometimes I'll do it in chunks, sometimes all at once. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not that hard. It's just, again, I enjoy it. I like being out here when it's nice. It's just really not that hard. And you'll learn I'm a Seinfeld maniac. You'll randomly hear me say things that you'll be like, wait, haven't I heard that before? It's usually on Seinfeld. Because I was just thinking of when George told that person, he was an architect. He's like, have you done anything in the city? He said, have you seen the new addition to the Guggenheim? She said, you did that? He said, yeah, it really didn't take very long. So that's kind of where I got that. It really doesn't take that long. I always constantly have Seinfeld stuff going around in my head. But, all right, so then you got these bigger, older homes that just kind of, sometimes you have these giant houses that are just a little unkept. Maybe they keep their home in a state of disrepair. But who am I to judge? My house could fit in their garage easily. Shade. So like I said, it's the first video I'm doing. It's just walk with me. That's it. It's very simple. Let's get our steps in. Let's get them in together. Let my brain run. Again, I'll hit on so many different random topics, but it's okay. I want to walk. I want to talk. And if I get enough people watching me walk and talk, I can get some passive income. Like I mentioned, Jimmy Buffett, we call him Jimmy Buffett. My wife always says, that guy Jimmy Buffett you listen to all the time? Obviously it's Warren Buffett, but he's Jimmy in our house, because that's what she says. So Jimmy Buffett and Charlie Munger, always talking about passive income. This is the idea of passive income. Post videos and people watch them, get ad revenue. So passive income, the definition is just you can get paid while you're sleeping. I can get paid while I'm doing other things. It doesn't require my time. I mean, it does to make the videos, I get that. But once it starts generating and building on itself, I could be sleeping at 3 in the morning and somebody in, I don't know, some other time zone that's the opposite. India maybe? Who's the opposite of us? Maybe India. Anyway, some of the opposite could be watching videos and watching ads, and I'm making, probably 5 cents on someone watching it in India while I'm sleeping. But I'll be sleeping good, like I said. So anyway, that's my idea. Yeah, honestly, and if I don't get paid, I really don't care. Because what do we say? I like to walk and I like to talk. See, I love those little, when you're walking, I always walk against traffic because you're supposed to. We'll talk about that later. I always like to walk against traffic because you're supposed to see the cars. Everyone's on their phone, of course. Literally 90% of the cars that drive by me, the people are staring down at their phone. So if they're like coming towards you, they're veering off the road, you can literally just hop up on the curb and they drive by you. So you're supposed to walk against traffic. So please do that. That's your safety tip of the day. So you get those little awkward moments where someone's walking the other way and you can't tell if they're like friendly. Are they gonna wave? Are they gonna say good morning? Are they gonna stare straight ahead and like look like a weirdo? So you just don't know. And that was the encounter I just had. A lady was walking the other way and she had her, I like dogs. I have a dog. Why am I whispering? I have a dog. So I'm a dog person. But the lady that was walking, she was just kind of had that death stare straight ahead. So I didn't know if she was a weirdo or not. So I didn't say good morning, and she never looked my way. You look at each other and you give that cordial, that thing with your face, you go, or you say good morning. She just looked straight ahead. So I was already thinking she might be weird. And then she was pushing a stroller. I'm like, maybe it's, she's probably pushing her granddaughter. How nice this is. And there was a little dog. So I don't know. I kind of think I'm right. She was weird. But I don't want anyone to take offense to that because I like dogs. I love kids. I love grandparents. Something about a grandparent with a stroller and a dog in it, I don't know. It's just strange. I'm allowed to say it's strange, aren't I? No one's gonna hate me for it. It's just weird. Walk your dog with a leash. Look at me. Say good morning. I don't care. I don't know what time it is. It might be good afternoon. Whatever the hell. Say something. Not the death stare straight ahead. And you got a dog in your stroller? I don't know. It is what it is. I'm on the main road. Is it funny that I love to walk and I love to talk? because I'm by myself. I'm not in front of a group. Everyone has that fear of public speaking, etc., etc. And I do a lot of, not public speaking, but a lot of presenting in my job, presenting to groups of people. So I'm pretty comfortable with it. But I actually don't like to talk to other people. I tend to avoid it. This is comfortable because it's just me. Whether there's one person listening to this or 5 million, it doesn't matter. It's just my phone in my hand, which my daughter told me the proper way. I'm supposed to be down like this. I'm not supposed to do this, I guess. No, I'm supposed to be down here. That's what I'm told. What the hell was I talking about? I don't know. My brain's already looking at the construction area over there, wondering what they're doing with the sidewalk. It's kind of weird. But anyway, oh yeah. So I really don't like to talk. I try to avoid people. I mean, you can't in certain situations. I get it, but I would prefer to avoid conversations in general. Not that I'm a bad conversationalist. We have a thing that we do in our house that we don't bet. We'll just make friendly wagers. We'll see somebody at a shopping center or something. It's I'll use an example, a big biker with tattoos. And you got to be able to start a conversation with that person and keep the conversation going for at least 30 seconds. So the hardest people that you would think are the most impossible to approach. Sorry for the car noise. We're on a main road here. You pick out someone that would be the hardest to approach and think you have nothing in common, and you got to figure out a way to find common ground. It's a great way to get your kids engaged. Yeah, my kids are older, but yeah, people in their 20s that have been staring at screens for 10 years. I think a lot of kids have lost their social skills. So it's just a fun little game. I mean, every once in a while you're gonna get some crazy person that's gonna tell you to leave them alone, but that's okay. Like I said, I don't really care what people think. Obviously, this beautiful outfit I have on. But it's a good way to get your kids to get used to talking to people. That is one of the those soft skills that they say. You can have all the education and everything you need to have those soft skills where you just have the ability to conversate, to start a conversation, to keep the conversation going. It's an incredible skill. It's one I'm very comfortable with. I love doing it. At work, I work in a very large organization all the time. I'm seeing people I've never seen before. I try to stop and just talk to them and see how long I can keep it going. Could be about their sneakers. I like Air Jordans. I don't know. It could be anything. I hate opening up with the weather. That's so weak. Can't open up with the weather. That's going to be a rule for the game. Get a conversation going with someone for 30 seconds that looks like it would be uncomfortable, but you can't start with, hey, hot weather we had lately, or it looks like it's going to rain tonight. Those are easy outs. You have to start with something a little unique. Or obviously you can't start with, how was your weekend? You don't know the person. Some random stranger comes up to me and says, how was your weekend? I mean, what would your response be? Mom would be like, what do you care? But again, I'm a nice guy. I wouldn't be confrontational, but it's a weird way. You gotta find something that they're interested in. It could be a tattoo. It could be their sneakers, like I said. It could be the car they're driving. This one example was a motorcycle. The guy was a biker dude with tattoos on his Harley. And my daughter's like, all right, Dad, go ahead. Do your thing with 30-second conversation. No issue. Just complimented on his Harley. Said I always wanted to ride a bike, get a motorcycle. My wife wouldn't let me. Conversation just flowed. We were there for 5 minutes talking about his Harley, his divorce. Like the bike was the cause of the divorce. Anyway, it was a pretty good conversation, actually. And yeah, it could have kept going, but we had to go. I had to drop my daughter off somewhere. Man, it's hot. I'm sweating. It's muggy. This is so I picked the road that is louder and no shade. This is poor planning on my part. This is what it is. Let's turn. Let's take a right here. I see shade. So now, I walked before this video, but now I've been walking for 30 minutes. It's probably about 3,500, 4,000 steps roughly. I'm probably over 10 already for the day. Like I said, I want to go for 20 today, which, trust me, it sounds crazy. It really isn't. I'll go home, have a little lunch, get something to drink, do some stuff around the house if I have to. It is my birthday. I shouldn't be doing anything. And then I'll go back out. It's just nice. This is just, obviously, I like to clear my brain. And, I mostly do it by thinking. These random thoughts like race through my head constantly. It's just, it's a lot better to me to just talk. Just to walk and talk. This is easy. All right, this house is minimum. I'm not going to show you. Again, I'll have someone like knocking on my door. Why are you showing my house on whatever the hell social media I'm on, TikTok, I guess. I don't know. Whatever my daughter decides. It's like $2.5 million. Now I'm going into that whisper voice again. The funny thing is, when I do the whisper voice, obviously my microphone is here, and I keep leaning into the phone like I gotta whisper. That's a $2 million home right there. I don't know. I'll figure this out eventually. We're just kind of walking loops, looking at things, and I don't know. Let my mind run. It's okay to let your mind run. Sometimes it gets rid of some anxiety in my mind, and I love to guard this walking time. My wife always laughs when I say you got to guard your personal time with ferocity. Like sometimes it's not always that popular. There's things to do, place you got to go, and I get it. We all got stuff we have to do. But it's okay to say no to a lot of things so you can guard your time to get rid of this anxiety. This is my time to do it. Your time to better yourself through learnings or reading. Guard that time with ferocity. You're not being selfish. How good can you be to other people if you're, tired, unhealthy, and broke? And if you keep doing what the world wants you to do and keep just letting the day plan you, you're going to end up tired, unhealthy, and broke. Probably miserable. So how good can you be to other people if you're those things? So I think that's another message of the day. Guard your personal time with ferocity. And don't be afraid to say no to a lot of things. Plan your day. Don't let the world plan it for you. I was talking this morning with my son about you got to be the CEO of your life. You have to control your life. You're the CEO of your life. Your number one client is yourself. And again, someone will comment, I'm sure, how selfish that is, but it's not. How good can I be to other people if I'm tired, unhealthy, miserable, and broke? It's kind of simple. So you got to take care of yourself. And you can take care of other people. You have to be very disciplined to be able to be generous. That's another thing. It's hard to be generous when you have no money. And if you're just very frivolous with money, living above your means, how can you help other people? You're playing catch up every month. Catch up every month. Be disciplined, be smart with your money. Then maybe you'll have some money at the end of the month. Again, where you got to invest in your future self. Maybe there'll be some other money where you can help somebody. Help the kids with their college or something like that. I don't know. That's my thought. Yep, another monster house going up. It was a little ranch, and now it is, best guess to me would be 6-bedroom, 4-bath, probably 7-bedroom, 5-bath. Huge. Tall. It's going to be gorgeous. It's just kind of wood studs right now. They just put the roof on. But beautiful house. So right now my wife would say, gorgeous. Now what do they do for a living? I'm like, I don't know, honey. Obviously not what we do. All right, across the street. Always walk against traffic, folks. Be safe. Take it from someone who walks every single day. This is no joke. I'd say 80. I want to say 90, but maybe not. 80% of the cars that pass me, they're looking down on their phone. Well, they're not even hiding it. They're just pulling it right in front of them. It is what it is. So see that? We're already 40 minutes into our walk. I'm guessing we got our probably 5,000 in already. We're halfway home. You're getting fit. You're listening to me ramble. Maybe we'll find some common ground. I'm not going to say maybe you'll learn something from me, because that ain't the... Maybe you'll learn that you're not alone in a lot of the things you think. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. So I'm obviously not a financial wizard. If I turn the camera down, you'd know I'm not a fitness guru. I already talked about how, I know technology, but I'm not obviously a social media leader or influencer. I didn't know that TikTok is where I must start, Dad. I just said, get me on YouTube. But yeah, I would actually like to have people just walk with me, and I'd like to, interview people. Could be virtually, could be side by side. Yeah, just talk. Just walk and talk. It's not that hard. It's better than death scrolling and staring at the screen like that person that just drove by, staring at the screen. I'm just walking and talking, and what's that? We got the World Cup is going on, so I see United States flag, and I think it's a France flag. And it's a big house. Oof, there's a beautiful BMW convertible in the driveway. That's a pretty expensive BMW too. And it looks like there's a Range Rover right behind it. It's an expensive driveway. And the house next to it is, bigger. Okay. All right, so I'm 55. It's my birthday today. I wake up, my wife was reading, finishing this fantastic book. I started talking, she's like, shh, I'm almost at the end. I'm like, it's my birthday, right? She's like, yeah, I know, but shh, I'm trying to finish this book. I understand when you get into a book, those last few pages can be, you want to be laser focused, but like a lot of folks listening, I'm sure I have trouble reading, I have trouble locking in. I don't know, my mind runs. Random thoughts. So part of that, like we talked about, is trying to guard that time with what? Do you remember? Guard your personal time with ferocity. So part of the for you could be your reading time, which I would like to guard some reading time. Mine is my walking time, obviously. For other people, it could be their exercise time, going to the gym. It could be sometimes just time to think. Time to, meditate. The breathing exercises, 15 minutes. Guard nap time if you like naps. Naps. Don't get me started on naps. I cannot nap. I feel like everyone I know can fall asleep in 5 seconds. Like, oh yeah, I just take a 30-minute nap. Like, what? I lie there and stare at the ceiling for 30 minutes. Then I finally might possibly zone out for a little bit. And I wake up and I feel terrible. I can't nap. I don't understand. But I don't know. That's me. I pray. I think that, this is how bad my sleep is and my resting ability. If you can give me any superpower in the world, any. Yeah, I'm talking anything. I don't care what it is. Money, power, the number one superpower I would choose is the ability to snap my fingers and put myself to sleep for the exact amount of time I want, any time of the day, anywhere, at night, whatever. So at night it's 10 o'clock, and I'm gonna get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I want the supernatural ability to snap my fingers at 10, fall asleep, and wake up at 6. Like Kramer from Seinfeld, the biological clock, he said, his sleep clock, his internal mechanism. Or if I want to take a nap, it's 3 in the afternoon today, and I want to take a 30-minute nap just to feel a little better. I want the supernatural power to just snap my fingers, fall asleep, wake up 30 minutes later. I mean, could you imagine having that ability? That'd be unbelievable. What power would be greater than that? Let me know. Comment. Tell me. I can't imagine anything better. You know, and poor sleep, man, leads to a bunch of things. Tiredness, anxiety, depression, weight gain. There's like nothing good that comes out of not sleeping good. And I know a lot of people, I sleep 4 hours a night, I feel great. Well, you know what, good for you. That's not me. I need my 7 hours, but I just want it, or even 6. I'm fine with 6 hours. I just want it uninterrupted. I don't want to get up to pee 3 times. I don't want to wake up staring at the ceiling. I don't wake up and my lower back hurts. And I got to keep adjusting positions. How about that? That's what I want, my superpower. So let me know, what superpower do you want? I can't imagine one better than that, but you tell me what you think is a better superpower than the sleep superpower. And we can discuss it on my next video. Discuss some of your ideas that you've posted as what superpower you want. You post it, I'll talk about it. But, you know, I'm going to give you a warning. I don't think it's going to beat my superpower, but I'll let you send in what you think. And also send me in some of your ideas. Just comment. I mean, if I just sounded like I think I'm a social media influencer, like honestly, I didn't try. Just for me, that's for me watching videos. I just said, like, you know, comment below. It sounds so weird and stupid. But I guess that's the only way I could like see what you're saying. So you would have to put a comment in the video. Can you comment on TikTok videos? Help me. All right, if you can, or maybe it's YouTube. I don't know. Whatever. If there's a way for you to comment on TikTok or comment with your superpower ability that you want. And also, just comment on anything random that goes through your mind when you're walking. And we'll talk it through. Why not? I got nothing better to do. Well, I shouldn't say I got nothing better to do. I do have a job. I work full time. I have a family. I do have quote unquote better things to do. But like I said, I walk every single day. I like to talk. So just walk and talk with me. Maybe that'll be the name of the channel. I haven't figured that out yet. How about just walk with me? Walk and talk with me. I think you all know what I'm about to say, and you're probably already cringing, but it's okay. So comment below, and if that's like the wrong thing to say, is this gnat just flying in my face? You can laugh at me, it's okay. I don't take it personal. But if you comment below or put some words somehow saying what you think the name of my channel should be, and you know, I don't mind if you put, you know, an idiot walking, I would laugh. I don't take myself very seriously. Walking with a jackass, whatever you want to put, it's okay. And you know what? If something's good, something's funny, even if it's at my expense, I'm good with it. I'll make it the name. I'll let you name the channel. I'm thinking walk with me, just walk with me, but I'll let you guys kind of run with it. Keep it clean, of course. No, I don't know, can you curse when you comment? Or do you get like banned? How does that work? Let me know about that too. Maybe my daughter knows all this. Like, can someone just comment, you know, F you, you're an idiot, stop walking, or something like that? They probably could, but would that get like stricken from the record? I don't know. Look at all these trees. I can't live with trees over my house. Drives me crazy. Every house we've ever lived in, we lived in like 6 homes. My family thinks I'm crazy. We always take down at least 1 or 2 giant trees. I don't like them over my house. But it costs like $5,000 to take a giant tree down. Yeah, I wish I had the money I've spent in trees over the last 15 years. But I don't. I had to knock them down, tear them down, cut them down, whatever the word is. But I digress. Nice pool. More deer. All right, so let's get ideas for the channel, ideas for the superpower, ideas for what you want to talk about, or well, I guess what you want me to talk about. You're just listening, but we can conversate. You know, we can be like colleagues, if I may, and just talk through. Me always talking, and you giving me ideas of what to talk about. So I'm just going to be filming constantly. Every time I walk, I'm just filming. That's what I was told to do, just content. And then we will send it to the cutting room floor. How does that sound? Does that sound like I know what I'm doing? Like we have a floor that's like we have a cutting room. The cutting room is, my 17-year-old daughter looking at my video and laughing, cringing, and I don't know, putting on what she thinks is good content, I guess. That's okay. I can be the guinea pig. There's some deer here. 3 deer on the lawn. Am I allowed to switch hands and go like this? My right hand's getting tired. All right, we've been 51 minutes in. We're approaching an hour. I'll go to an hour this walk. And like I mentioned before, then I'll stop home, get a drink, see what's going on there, make some lunch. It's my birthday, so I shouldn't have to do anything. And I'll get back out and walk again. And every time I walk, I'm going to talk and I'm going to film. And that's it. Like I said, I really would love to do like interviews on here. I think that'd be really cool. Interview some folks that people would be interested in. Get people to just kind of let their guard down. It's not like a traditional interview. It's not a podcast setup where everyone kind of sits around the table. It'd just be kind of me interviewing somebody. Because obviously I'm not overly funny. I don't think you're going to get the funny vibes from these videos. Maybe, every once in a while. I think I have my moments. A lot of Seinfeld quotes. And just a lot of randomness is the way I operate. But that's okay. If I'm operating that, if I'm working that way, thinking that way I'm working, I love the fact it's nice to know that most likely a lot of people, usually probably around my age, but not even, again, 55, today's my birthday, June 28th, go through the same thing, that their mind just races and runs. So I think taking a walk is a great time to have that release, that mental release. And we learned a lesson you learned a lesson 20 minutes ago. You're supposed to guard your personal time with what? What was that word? Ferocity. Guard your time with ferocity. You know what? It's a beautiful day. I'm walking. I'm enjoying walking and talking. I'm nervous about the name ideas people are going to send in. But anyway, back to the mind. My mind just wandered off to work tomorrow. Why? It shouldn't. That's how I need to, I'm not going to say you. I need to box my time in more. Like think within the hour. Not even. I always try to say, I only have enough grace for today. Only enough of God's grace for today. Like enough energy, enough ability to handle problems for today. Let tomorrow take care of itself. All those expressions that they, whoever they is, that they say. But I always find I just need to, almost down to the hour or the minute. The best expression I've heard related to that is you just need to be where your feet are. I love to just always imagine, just be where my feet are. Right now, I'm walking and I'm talking. That's it. I shouldn't be thinking about work tomorrow. I shouldn't be thinking about that we have no food in the house and we gotta go shopping. I need to be where my feet are. And right now, my feet are walking and talking. Well, my feet aren't talking, obviously. But this is where I need to be, in the moment. It's so simple, but why is it so hard? I don't get it. I don't get a lot of things. But maybe talking through a lot of these thoughts while we walk and talk will help somebody. I don't know, maybe it won't help me. That's fine. I'm good with just helping somebody else. All good with that. And hopefully you'll get a sense of, a little bit how I think. I'm just sorry for you people who love strife. And obviously I feel like the whole world is built on strife and negativity. That's what gets people clicking. It's not going to be here. I mean, I'll admit, I called a woman strange who was walking her dog in her carriage. I get it. I'm actually feeling bad about that right now, but I didn't get her on camera, so it's okay. But if you're an older woman that walks your dog in a carriage, and she wasn't that old, you're a little strange. I'm sorry. And maybe if you would have said good morning to me, or even looked at me, you didn't do the death stare forward to act weird already, and then add on that, you got a dog in the stroller, you're just strange. So every once in a while, you may get something like that out of me, which could potentially be controversial. But you're not going to get like political stuff out of me. I could care less. I vote who I think is the best man for the job. I try to vote with the party who my ideals line up with more. That's it. That's as far as that goes. When I meet somebody or I watch someone on YouTube, I don't care if they're a Democrat or Republican. I don't care. So no one should care what I am. I have my beliefs, and that's it. That's what it is. I'm almost home. We're at 57 minutes. This is where I will cut the video, and I'll actually just start another one. I guess that's what I'm told I need to do, just content. So I will do that. So let me just say, and here's unscripted. I just started recording. I feel like right now I'm supposed to have like some big ending, and it's just not happening. Haven't thought about it. I'm not gonna think about it. I don't want any big ending. I'm almost home. I've been walking for an hour. I'm sweating. I'm thirsty. I need food, but I'll be back out. But I will say that I'm glad you spent some time with me. I'm glad you walked with me. This was kind of cool, kind of fun. See ya.